thoroughly impressive way to start the season. Bonus point win in the first one.
Yeah, I mean, first thing I want to say is massive credit to the players, because you don't get a result like that or a score like that without working extremely hard. And I think almost, I've actually just said it to the lads, almost the most pleasing thing for me was that the final score was built on the backs of their efforts, really, because that first half was tough. You know, you've got to give credit to Leicester. That wasn't the scoreline. In a way, it was a little bit false, because up until half time, that's a hugely competitive game. But I seriously think that the hard work we put into that first half is ultimately what paid the dividends later on. I think Matt O'Connor's alluded it just now in his interview that they were a little bit light on game minutes in the frontline group. I think we were aware of that. You know, we'd looked at the team they'd picked in the last 3 weeks. We knew that might have been the case. Everyone takes a gamble on how much minutes you put in pre-season, because it's a long season, and obviously, you know, working out when you're going to peak and when you're going to collect those minutes is tough. And I think we probably benefited in that second half on the fact that we kept the ball on the field, we'd been brave, we'd stayed attacking, we'd gone multi-phase, and there was one passage of play, I think, in the first half. It was a little bit end-to-end. Leicester had a good go at us, and we had a good go at them. And the ball stayed in play for like 4 or 5 minutes, and it was probably a deciding factor in the game, because after that, I think we probably could then handle what happened in the rest of the game a little bit better than Leicester. And you don't have to handle things way better than the team for tries to come, because most people, you could say 2 or 3 of the tries towards the end came against a fatigued team that was kind of hanging on, that had little to fight for. But we did that by working hard early on. I think, you know, Leicester will get better. Leicester will be better next week after playing today. They'll be even better the week after. You know, and if we start talking about playing Leicester again, it's going to be pretty tough, and we go to Welford Road. We're aware of that. So we'll take the 5 points now. But the thing I'm most pleased with was how hard we were prepared to work, and how switched on and how prepared to stick to game plan we were when it was tough. You know, it's easy to be good when you're 20 points up. It's not easy to stick at things when it's your points behind, or when it's 9-12, or when it's 12-6, or whatever it was, and you've spurned a couple of chances, because we certainly spurned a couple of chances on breaks, but we stuck at it and we were prepared to create those chances again.
Is this now Matt Kovacic's time?
I hope so. I hope so for him. He is very aware he will play when he's playing well, and if he drops off and playing well, he won't, because we've got a very competitive group there at the moment. He is 100% meriting playing on the back of how he's been in pre-season and how he's performed in pre-season, and if he performs like that, he will 100% merit staying in the team and playing plenty of rugby. You know, what you're seeing now, I would love to say, is the transformation of Matt Kovacic probably back to the kind of player he was pre-Gloucester. I think there was a period at Gloucester where he became so focused on the breakdown that he probably forgot about his other great footballing abilities. We tried to sign Matt from when he left Worcester, and were unable to do it, and we wanted to sign him because of all the really good footballing qualities we've seen in attack and defence. And I think we're starting to see the real Matt Kovacic a bit again. I don't want to talk too soon, but and don't forget, you know, he's one game into the season, and I'd like to see him getting better. There's going to be a few challenges for him still, but he's getting there, and I'm delighted for him, because he had a tough season last year, and he's gone away this pre-season, and he's not gone all negative. He's looked at the other way around, and he's gone, right, I'm going to be very positive, I'm going to attack this in the right way. And he looks hungry. He looks like a man who's been denied food. You know, he looks hungry. He looks like, you know, he looks like he wants to take his fill of rugby, and he's taking it in every way. You know, not just in defence, but he's taking it in attack, and that's the most pleasing thing for me to see.
Whole back row looked hungry today. Simmons was excellent as well.
I thought the pair of them, Kovacic and Simmons, what they gave us as targets on going forward, and just the pure good rugby game they played was fantastic. And when you've got a guy like Don then backing that up, who can then work in your line out and your set piece, be that bigger guy as well. I think really it was a really good combination today. You know what? The challenge for those guys is whether that's the combination that will work all season, and the challenge for us as coaches is to see whether that combination can work together all season. You know, it's on a nice sunny day, nice firm pitch. It took some handling, and if we keep the ball, they're going to have lots of touches, and if they get lots of touches, they're very dangerous. And like I say, they're some of the challenges moving forward. But today, the scary thing, I think, in some ways, is we can be better. You know, we definitely left a couple of tries out there in the first half, and we definitely left one out there in the second half, and we scored 40 points. So, you know, I'm just so pleased with the hard work the players have put in, you know, because there's nothing more satisfying as a coach than watching your team work hard, and there's nothing more heartbreaking than watching them work hard and get nothing. But today we worked hard and we got something for our efforts, and that's really pleasing.
What's the situation with Cuthbert? How long will he be until he...
Cuthie might well feature on Monday up at Saracens as the kind of end part of his rehab. Jack Knowles not far away either. He's a few weeks behind. Dave Dennis is getting there. You know, we've got a few guys. Johnny Hill is getting there. You know, we've got a few options that are going to get there over the next 3 or 4 weeks and just stiffen the group out a little bit.
Any other injury knocks? And didn't seem like any from the match.
At the end there, Ollie Woodburn come off for blood. He's got a pretty big bang in his face. He's going to need some assessment on his jaw and his teeth, I think, but we'll go from there.